I'm Monica and we're in Perfect Balance Wellbeing in Rattle Square. I'm here to you today to talk about something that we see more and more often in our studio, which is an increased number of people that are either unsatisfied with their personal trainers or with the results that they're getting from personal training. They usually go through months or even years of personal training, either initially seeing some results and then regressing or stalling in their progress, or not actually getting what they want from personal training. After speaking to you guys, we summed up 7 biggest mistakes that you're making or you're potentially making with your personal training. Here they go. Number 1 is not setting short, medium and long-term goals. Now, setting is one part of it. There's also a very important point of agreeing on your short, medium and long-term goals with your trainer. You may have a lot of expectations from your trainer or from your training that might not necessarily be realistic in the time frame given. So it's very important that you and your trainer sit down and agree on those points so you have a clear layout of your training program and where you should be in the short, medium and long amount of time. It's incredibly important that you keep the reviews up to date to make sure you're continuously on track to achieve those goals. Number 2, you need to make sure that the plan that your trainer has given you is personalized and it doesn't feel like it's just a generic plan that could be given to anyone. What we mean by that, it should work with your posture, it should work with your physical ability, and it should also work within the time that you have to commit to exercise every week. It's very important that you have enough trust in your trainer to follow the plan given. However, if you don't feel like that plan is working, or it makes you feel like you're further away from achieving your goals than where you were before, it's important you question your trainer, listen to the justification they give you, and if you're still not satisfied with that, it might be time to seek other person's help. Number 3, lack of consistency and dropping after you see the first results. Now this is a bit of a tricky one, but we see that even in our practice, and it's very important that the trainer spots it and manages it. What you need to be aware of is the moment you start seeing first results, it's fantastic that your plan is working for you, but you have achieved them through the change of habits and your training. Meaning that if you stop it at that time, you're most likely going to go back to where you started. That correlates with the goals that you and your trainers agreed on. You need to make sure that you keep them in mind and you are persistent and consistent with your training up until you achieve it, and then move on to the next stage if you wish. Number 4, not measuring your progress. Whether you're working on your time, on your personal best, on your appearance, on your weight, on your circumference, it's extremely important that you know your starting point, the middle point and the end goal. And it's very important that throughout that journey you have a photographic or number-based evidence on how you're doing and whether you're going in the right direction. Number 5, a very important one, not being honest about your nutrition and your medical history. Your nutrition is as important, if not sometimes more important, than what is happening during that 1 hour you are with your trainer. Remember, it doesn't matter how many sessions you have in your week, it's still 1 hour out of 23 you have in your day. So what you then go up and put on your plate and then in your mouth matters really, really significantly to the results that you're going to obtain. So be honest. We can see if the numbers are not dropping down and if they're not going in the direction that we want, there's time for your trainer to start questioning what's going on outside the session. The medical history is incredibly important. We very often put your body through quite intense routine that puts it outside its comfort zone. So if you do not share the full details of your medical history, especially any medication that you might be taking at the time that you're training, you're putting your health and our responsibility at risk. Number 6, not looking after your flexibility. Now there's a saying that my strength coach used to say, you're only as strong as you are flexible, meaning you can push and pull a lot of heavy weights, but if you can't touch your toes, it's not a greatest indicator of your fitness. So So it's incredibly important, especially for all of you seeking muscle growth or muscle mass growth or strength increase, to not overlook stretching at the end of your routine and stretching, warming up with some dynamic stretches at the beginning. You need to be mobile in order to stay safe and strong. And finally, number 7, not reporting pain or discomfort during a workout. What you have to remember as a trainer, the only feedback we get is the visual feedback of what we see, how your body performs, how your body moves, and what position it gets into. We don't feel what you're feeling. So if you experience any sharp pains, now that's the important part, not just a muscular discomfort, not kind of shakiness and this tiredness, an actual pain or feeling of a pull, you need to be straightforward and honest with your trainer, because there is a good chance that you're either in a wrong position or this exercise may not be suitable for you, and in order to prevent an injury, we're going to adapt that for you. Hope this video was useful for you guys. If you feel like any of these points might be correlating with what you're experiencing right now, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to speak to you, to consult you, to assess what you're doing and give our expert opinion on how to move on from that. Remember, you should always trust your trainer. However, you should always be able to ask a question and then get a genuine satisfying answer from them in order to build that real relationship with your trainer.